What happened is people suggested to me, hey, did you see how much that Obama looks like Akhenaten? And I went and looked and said, oh my God, this is identical. And everybody's like, okay, Freeman, well, if he's a clone of Akhenaten, why doesn't he have Marfan syndrome, or why doesn't he have a cone head? And lo and behold, if the news didn't suddenly come out, conspiracy theorists theorize on Obama's head scars. So he has these two major scars that you can see now that he's losing all his hair, as if his cone had been reshaped.
No way.
Yeah, it's all in
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Austin, Texas, where I was at that George Green lecture pretending to be a Palladian or a Plagiarin, whatever you want to call it, because he had just met Billy Meier and the Palladians there and was producing their books. Now, George Green, he was it Jimmy Carter again?
Yeah, Jimmy Carter. I think he was the treasurer's public relations manager.
He was his financial advisor, and he could make $1 billion out of nothing, and he's this huge doomsdayer now, right?
And he lives in Idaho, so.
Oh yeah, well he was producing the books for the Palladians called Handbook for a New Paradigm, and basically giving them away for free, handing them out to everybody. And it was that book that had opened the door. Well, I didn't like the book, honestly. It didn't register with me. Words didn't.
And was this
cohese.
a channeled book from Billy Meier himself?
No, this was from the Palladians themselves, and then published by George Green.
And who was the conduit for the getting the information?
The Palladians. Like, he showed us pictures of them, and that's how I started to pretend to be one, because in their pictures they all kind of look like me with long, wild hair, and I was the only one in the group that really looked like what the images of the Palladians look like. And, of course, these Palladians supposedly let Billy Meier take all the pictures of the flying saucers and shoot, the ray guns through the tree and stuff.
I've got some very strong opinions on Billy Meier.
Yeah,
but anyway,
so here I am at this George Green lecture. He's showing us all the Billy Meier pics, and he's talking about all this and how he, wants to just save the world with the Handbook for the New Paradigm. Which, strangely enough, I had Scott Stevens on my show talk about weather wars and chemistry. They found my magical stuff, and in there I had this owl's wing, and
like a full wing that you had actually clipped off the entire wing.
Yeah. A friend of mine who was a bit of a witchy fellow had found the owl and wanted to do a bit of a ceremony for it, and we did, and then I lopped off a wing.
And this was a dead owl, obviously.
Yes. Long dead owl. Yes. You just find, we didn't know it was, as if it was a gift to me, because my friend tried to take the other one and destroyed my ceremonial knife, which I eventually had to get polished and fixed, and which is actually an ancient relic that my grandfather took off a dead Turk.
God, this identical. God, this identical. God, this identical. God, this identical.